Hey guys, on this episode, I'm going to be talking about Indiana Jones and the Hollow Earth. This came out in 1997 and was written by Max McCoy. I was not very excited to check this one out. I was really more interested in checking out the last of the Max McCoy Indiana Jones books, which is the next one, Indiana Jones and the Mystery of the Sphinx, I think is what it's called. That one just looks and sounds awesome. Basically, from what I can tell, Indiana Jones teams up with Sala and goes to Egypt, of all places, and tries to find out some secret about the Sphinx and stuff. So I was like, oh, I want to read this one. But no, I got to get through the Hollow Earth, even though I've already kind of been there and done that with Indiana Jones and that Rob McGregor book was Indiana Jones in the Interior World. So I'm already like, I feel like I've already been there and done that with the character, but I was like, nope, you got to read them all. So I sat down and started to read this one, and the beginning wasn't really all that good. Basically, a professor that Indiana Jones met once, like 10 years before. Yeah, and the book takes place in 1934, by the way. The professor gets run over by a car and flees to Indiana Jones's house and makes Indiana Jones promise to take care of this box the professor had, and then the professor dies from his injuries. And Indy's like, okay, what the hell? But it actually turns out that the professor was run over by SS assassins who were sent by Hitler to recover the box and all that. So I was like, okay, shit gets a little crazy. But a lot happens in this book. It turns out to be a pretty decent book. I mean, Max McCoy is like my favorite Indiana Jones writer, so you would think it would be pretty good. It's definitely the weaker of the Max McCoy Indiana Jones books, but it's still pretty good. I mean, at the very least, a lot of crazy shit happens. I mean, Indiana Jones gets like tangled up in I can't remember, was it Kansas City or something, with the Nazi assassins who were actually kind of creepy. Like they were really trying to kill Indiana Jones in this. And then I think some mobsters show up, and Indy's got to like deal with them and shit. And then he goes to New Mexico because he's trying to get some Apache gold and stuff. And yeah, then they go to New Orleans, and he gets in a duel with, let's just say, his arch nemesis. That was a very cool scene. And yeah, I mean, just a lot of crazy shit happens. And then he goes on like a expedition to the Arctic and stuff. And yeah, just really a lot of crazy shit happens in this. So it is entertaining. Might not be the best one, but it is entertaining. The female character in this, I wouldn't really call her love interest because at the time Indiana Jones is still in love with the lady he met in the Philosopher's Stone book. But yeah, she's okay. I think she's a little OP and definitely kind of a Mary Sue, but I mean, whatever. She's okay. Like she's a tough broad. So yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed the book. I really enjoyed the crazy action aspects and kind of the dark twists and turns that the book makes too. Like when they went to New Orleans, his female companion almost gets kidnapped and put in the sex slave trade. Like Jesus, yeah, kind of the black market shit going on in port cities that you kind of have to watch out for. Kind of like in Taken, that kind of shit. And also, I really enjoyed all of the cool places that we go to, like Utah and New Orleans and the Arctic. And yeah, I really liked that Indy was getting around on this one, whether it be by truck, plane, train. I mean, he really got around in this episode. And his pilot buddy I liked a lot. I can't really remember his name, but that character was pretty cool. I hope he shows up again. And fittingly, after reading this book, I actually started reading Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth. So, kind of getting all this Hollow Earth stuff out of my system. And then after that, I will read Max McCoy's next Indiana Jones book, which unfortunately is his last one, but arguably maybe his best one from what I've heard from the critics. So, yeah, I definitely cannot wait to read Indiana Jones and the Mystery of the Sphinx.